So last week I was tagged in a video by Ross over at TLTG, and the theme of the tag video was the Mount Rushmore of blue fragrances. And so that's what we're going to be doing today, talking about some of my heavy hitting blue fragrances that I think are on my Mount Rushmore of blue fragrances. So without further ado, let's get it. What's going on, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so that we can get started on this tag video. So again, thank you to Ross over at TLTG. If you haven't subbed, go over to him, subscribe. He does lives, videos, shorts, pretty much anything you could think of. He does it on his channel. So again, thank you to Ross. And the theme of the tag, I actually don't do blue fragrance videos too often. Like centric blue fragrance videos. And so I'm really excited to do this. It's the Mount Rushmore of fragrances. So what are my top 4 blue fragrances that I would put on the Mount Rushmore of fragrances for blue fragrances? Well, I know in his video, he went back in time. The ones that kind of started that blue trend. Bleu De Chanel. What else did he put? The original Aqua de Jo. The Dolce & Gabanna light blue, the original. So he did the originals, the ones that stemmed that blue craze. I do want to let you guys know I don't like Sauvage that much, so there will not be a Sauvage on this list. But my list is going to be more upon my in 2023, right now. If I had to create a blue Mount Rushmore, what would it be? So I'm doing 3 designer and the blue niche that got me into niche blue fragrances. And so that's what my list is going to be. But I also want to tell you guys a little bit about what a blue fragrance is, because it could be very narrow or very broad and very vague depending on the way that you look at it. So a lot of people could look at it one way, that a blue fragrance can be classified as any fragrance that is fresh, clean, aromatic, anything that has to do with the air or the sea. That is what they can look at and say, yeah, that's a blue fragrance. I could put Cashy in this. I could go back in time, do the original Fierce, Tommy Hilfiger. I could put any of those in this list. Any of the Aqua de Jo, stuff like that. But I'm going to narrow it down to what a lot of other people look at it as, the blue fragrance, the big 3 blues, the YSL Ys, the Bleu De Chanels, the Dior Sauvages. Those were the big 3 blues. But I'm going to do it more here with that fresh, clean, airy, but also sticking with the blue bottles. That's the way that I'm going to look at it here, so that it's not too broad, because if I make it more broad, I could have a Mount Rushmore that has 60 heads. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time. We're almost 3 minutes in. I'm going to start out here with my most worn fragrance in my collection. I wear this to work. I wear this out of the shower. I wear this to the gym. I wear this pretty much as many times as I can. I have 2 bottles of it. I've already went through a bunch. This is YSL Y Eau de Toilette. This is the 2017 version. The 2022 version I don't like as much. I do like it, but the 2017 version is a little bit sweeter and more aldehydic, and I like it better. Even though it doesn't last as long, the other one lasts about an hour and a half longer, but I don't care. I like this because, again, it's sweeter and aldehydic. I do have both, but my wife and I both agree that it is the 2017 version is the smell, the scent of it is better. And when I wear this, I only need it for like 4 or 5 hours. That's about what you get on it anyway. So this is going to be what you know from the YSL Y. This is what started the YSL Y line. While it's not my favorite scent personally from the line, YSL Y Le Parfum is. You can't wear that in as many situations as this. You can wear this pretty much in any situations. It's going to be that bergamot, that ginger. It's going to be citrus, aldehydic. It's going to be airy. And then it's also going to have that ginger coming in there, giving it an effervescent feeling to it. You also do get the lavender and clary sage and geranium that you know from this line. It is basically in every single one of them, all through the mid. And then when you get to the dry down, it's that aldehydic tone, the ginger, a little bit of citrus floats underneath there, but you get some woods and spice. That's pretty much it. It's an airy aldehydic citrus fragrance. It's fantastic. It's fresh. It's clean. Without this, my favorite blue line wouldn't even be a thing. And again, this is my favorite blue line, and I wear this all the time. I will never stop talking about this fragrance. I absolutely love it. I'm just sad that they discontinued the 2017 version, because of the fact that there was a banned note. But YSLY EDT definitely deserves a spot on my Mount Rushmore of fragrances. I could put Les Parfums on there, but again, this one I wear more, and it also started me collecting majorly. I had about 15 bottles, but as soon as I got that, it is what that and Wanted by Night are the two fragrances that started me fully collecting into getting a collection 300, 400 plus. Going into the next one. So the first two, technically three, are going to be my designer ones again. I know Ross mentioned the original Bleu De Chanel. For me, I think the original Bleu De Chanel nowadays, I understand it started the blue craze. So I give that, I understand why he put it in his video. But again, for me, I'm doing it in 2023. For my blues, it is Bleu De Chanel Eau de Parfum. This takes the best of both worlds. You get that freshness, that citrus, that bergamot, the grapefruit that you also get from the original Bleu de Chanel and the ginger. Mix that together with the warmer notes of the Parfum that you get, like the amberwood and the incense and stuff, and you put it all together and you get the warm and freshness that you get from both of the other ones in the line. This is the most versatile in the line. It also lasts 8 to 10 hours, which it still gets you enough time that you can wear it and not, you'll still be getting wafts after about 6 to 7 hours. If you spray it on clothes, you'll get a full day. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum is my go-to blue fragrance if I'm going out at night and I want something fresh, classy, a little bit warm and spicy. This can be worn like the Parfum at night. Great at night, but you can also wear it during the day because it does have that freshness from the bergamot. The pink pepper brings that spice in there. Then again, you have a little bit more of that incense, some warm woods coming in. It's a really nice fragrance, beautiful overall. Again, you have that ginger and those citrus notes. The grapefruit is what it's known for, but it doesn't smell like if you smelled a grapefruit. It's a grapefruit oil, which comes through and it's really nice. That's Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. That's definitely going to be on my Mount Rushmore because it is the most versatile from the line. The Parfum is probably the best smelling from the line, but again, I'm going for overall scent, versatility, everything. That is what comes on Mount Rushmore for fragrances for me. Going into the third one, so again, leaning off of Ross, he did the original light blue. Well, I actually don't really like the original light blue. I never did. I think it smells like watered down lemon, but again, I used to like it way back when it first came out, when there was hardly any big fragrance names out there. I liked it then for about a year, but nowadays I would go with this. Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Eau Intense. But again, I can understand why he picked the original light blue. Without that, this wouldn't be in there. Love is Love, Light Blue Sun, the Light Blue Summer Vibes, none of those would even be a fragrance without the original light blue. The DNA is full center with this. It is going to be your aromatic, sea salty marine fragrance, citrus marine fragrance. So you still get those citrus tones in the opening. You get the bergamot, you get the mandarin orange, but then you also get these sea notes. The sea notes come through. You also do get some musks and amberwood that come in the base. All of these are going to have a little bit of musk in them. This one seems to be a bit heavier. Usually when you have some kind of sea salty marine style fragrance, it's going to be accompanied by musk. And then it all depends on what type of woods. Usually blue fragrances use either sandalwood. I've seen sandalwood in a lot of them. I know there's sandalwood in this, there's sandalwood in this, there's sandalwood in the one I'm going to mention after that, but there's amberwood in this one, and it does feel like there is a little bit of sandalwood in it as well. But again, opens up very citrus, very aromatic, very marine. And then as you get to the dry down, more of that citrus starts to go away as you're left with more of a musky, aromatic, marine fragrance that has this slight warm amberwood undertone. But that is Light Blue Eau Intense. And again, it activates in the heat. It has a much better projection than the original light blue. It is still, to this day, my favorite light blue of all the ones that were released. And I know a lot of people feel that way as well. But, I mean, if you don't, you don't. This is my Mount Rushmore number 3. Woo! Almost dropped it. Going into my niche. So this is going to be my last one. And I wanted to put a niche because this is what started my journey into niche. It is a blue fragrance. It's still mass appealing, so it's still designer-esque. But it does have something different that I haven't tried before that you wouldn't find in normal like designer style fragrances. So it's designer-esque while still being unique. This is my first blue fragrance and first niche fragrance that I ever owned. This is Parfums de Marly Sedley. So Parfums de Marly Sedley. This is probably my favorite Parfums de Marly fragrance out there as far as the freshies are concerned. I mean, it's hard to put this against like Leighton and Harrod and stuff like that to see which one's the best because they're two different styles of fragrance. But this is going to be lemon, mint, ambroxan, and aromatics. That is what the fragrance is through and through, with an undertone of vetiver and sandalwood and musk that you get way in the dry down. It brings a little bit of a cashmerean note that provides, along with that ambroxan, this fresh and like bubbly effervescence. There's two notes that really provide, well, three notes that provide this effervescent pop: ginger, ambroxan, and cashmerean. But cashmerean kind of brings this fuzzy, sparkling vibe, kind of like a pop or a Coke. I kind of like this. This is almost like a lemon minty ambroxan Sprite. It's kind of what it feels like to me, especially in the opening. Sedley is a great fragrance to wear in pretty much any situation. You can wear it to work. You can wear it out on a date. It does work better in the heat, but you can also wear it in the cooler weather and it doesn't go wrong. Sedley is fantastic. I find this to be more of a 3-season fragrance though: spring, summer, fall. For blue fragrances, that is kind of an odd horse because normally they are set up for all year round. And again, if I was somebody who only owned 1 or 2 fragrances, then obviously this would be able to be worn all year round. But Parfums de Marly Sedley, for a freshie, you get 7 hours. Really nice. It has a little bit of spice in there, but it again is lemon mint centric, especially in the opening. You get some aromatics floating through the whole fragrance, but they never come too prominent. And then as you get to the dry down, you get that nice sandalwood coming in, giving it a little bit of a creamy vibe, as well as the ambroxan and the cashmere, and giving it like a fizzy Sprite style note. But all of those are my Mount Rushmore of fragrances. I mean, you have to have your Chanel. I mean, some people say Chanel's worn out nowadays. I still love it. I don't give a shit. YSL EDT, fantastic. It has that out-of-hit quality, a little bit of sweetness. It's my favorite blue line. This is a high heat fragrance, fantastic, absolutely amazing. And then the thing that started me on my niche. That has to be it. As far as my tags, I would like to tag somebody new that I haven't. This is going to be an open tag, but I did want to tag one person because they shared a tag with me, so I wanted to give it right back at them. Mike from Fragrance Fraternity. Here's to you. You can do it if you want, but what is your Mount Rushmore of fragrance? Everybody else in the chat also let me know. And if you see this video and you're a reviewer, go ahead and do the tag as well. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me again. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be back with another one. Peace out.